100 million robots per year. The great labor revolution is about to begin. For only $20,000, a robot can replace humans forever. No salary, no vacation, no benefits. Is Tesla's Optimus a bright future, or the beginning of a global employment crisis? Let's explore the truth behind Optimus, Tesla's trump card, and what will happen when humans are no longer the main workforce. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on hot analysis about technology and our future. In October 2024, Tesla shocked the world when it introduced the Optimus robot, a machine designed to work like a human. This is no longer a vision of science fiction movies like Blade Runner or Ex Machina, but a reality that is happening. Optimus is not just a robot arm in a factory like conventional automation systems. It has a human shape, can move, grasp, and learn to perform many different tasks. Elon Musk announced that Optimus will not only stop at supporting production, but will soon become a part of everyday life, from caring for the elderly, cleaning houses to working in restaurants and hotels. Tesla has a clear strategy. First, Optimus will work in Tesla's own factories, replacing human labor in repetitive tasks. It will then go on sale in 2026. And from 2027, Tesla will aim to produce hundreds of millions of robots a year. So what does this mean? It's a huge leap forward in technology. But it also raises big questions about the future of society, economics, and labor. A world where robots can do everything humans do, but faster, more accurately, and without demanding any rights, could radically change the way we run our societies. As billions of robots begin to emerge, who will control the future of work? Manual labor, factory work, and repetitive tasks used to be the bread and butter for millions of people. But now, that's about to change. Optimus isn't just an industrial robot. It's a machine that can do everything humans do, more efficiently, at a lower cost, and without ever getting tired. Elon Musk has laid out a clear roadmap. By 2025, Tesla will deploy 10,000 Optimus in its factories, replacing workers in production. By 2026, Optimus will begin to be sold to other businesses, marking the beginning of a labor revolution. By 2027, Tesla plans to produce hundreds of millions of Optimuses each year, making them a key workforce in society. With an estimated production cost of less than $20, Optimus could quickly become the optimal choice for businesses. Instead of paying monthly salaries to workers, companies only need to invest once to own a machine that works without time limits, without insurance, without welfare, and without strikes. As Optimus is produced in large numbers and widely deployed, a big question arises. If robots can do everything, what will humans do? We have seen many technological revolutions that have caused some occupations to disappear, but at the same time created new jobs. For example, industrial machinery has replaced most manual workers but created the manufacturing engineering industry. Computers have eliminated the jobs of typists but have given birth to the software industry. However, with Optimus, this is no longer about replacing individual jobs, but completely replacing humans and labor. Initially, Optimus will appear in familiar environments such as factory, replacing production workers; warehousing, transporting goods instead of warehouse staff; logistics, responsible for loading and unloading goods; arranging warehouses. But as technology develops, Optimus will penetrate into high-end service and specialized fields such as restaurants, hotels. Robots can serve tables, clean rooms, receptionists, etc. Healthcare, nursing, caregiving, assisting elderly patients, etc. Construction. Robots can automate construction, installation, and repair of buildings. This means that millions, even billions of workers are at risk of losing their jobs. When a series of jobs disappear, the current economic system, which relies on human labor, can be completely disrupted. The important question: when workers lose their jobs, how will they make a living? If no one has any income, who will buy the products and services that robots produce? How much economic and political power will the people who control the robots, that is, the large technology corporations, possess? The answers to these questions will determine the future of human society. Universal basic income, the solution for a world without labor? As jobs disappear, one of the most talked about potential solutions is universal basic income, UBI. This is the idea that the government would provide a monthly payment to every citizen, regardless of whether they work or not. This idea is not new. In the 1970s, U.S. President Richard Nixon considered implementing UBI but failed. Recently, many tech billionaires such as Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have argued that UBI will become inevitable as robots replace human labor. But UBI also raises a series of big questions. Who will pay for UBI? Will the government impose high taxes on companies that own robots? Or will they print more money, devaluing the current currency? Is UBI really enough to live on? If only a minimum amount of money is provided, will people be able to maintain their previous standard of living? How will society function if people no longer work? If labor used to be the driving force for development and innovation, will it lead to a stagnant society if everyone gets an income without doing anything? There is also a more worrying prospect if UBI is not implemented. The polarization of rich and poor will increase to an unprecedented level. Those who own robots will control the entire economy, while those who have nothing to sell, because their labor is no longer valuable, will fall into absolute poverty. A society where a small group controls all the wealth, while the rest have no jobs and no income, could lead to serious social unrest. Who controls the robots? Who controls the world? When robots can do everything humans have ever done, the most important question is no longer, is this technology feasible? But, who will own these machines? Historically, the division of wealth has always been tied to the ownership of property and the means of production. In the old days, landlords owned the land, and peasants worked on that land. In the industrial age, capitalists owned the factories, and the workers worked in those factories. But what if the new means of production, robots, belonged to only a small group of corporations? If robots were owned by everyone, we could enter an era of abundance and freedom, where robots did the work, and humans enjoyed the fruits. But if robots belong to just a few corporations or individuals, they will control the entire economy, and the rest of society will have nothing to trade, nothing to sell, because their labor has become worthless. Tesla currently has the biggest advantage with Optimus. If they are the only company producing hundreds of millions of robots a year, they will become the most powerful company on the planet. Other corporations will also compete to control this field. The important question is, are there any limits to robot ownership? If robots can make everything, should there be limits on ownership for large corporations to ensure fairness? Without these regulations, we may enter a world where those who own robots dominate the entire society, and those who have nothing are left behind. For thousands of years, work has been not only how humans earn a living, but also how we define ourselves. Jobs not only provide income but also provide purpose, identity, and social status. But when robots can do it all, what will humans do? Without the need to work to survive, will humans lose their motivation to innovate? Without the division of labor, will society become more equitable, or will it create a class of useless citizens? A world without work could be heaven or hell, depending on how we adapt. Some believe that without the pressure to work to survive, humans will have more time to create, research, and pursue their passions. But is everyone ready to enter such a society? In reality, many people after retiring, losing their jobs, or having no specific goals in life have fallen into a state of depression and lost direction. If there is no work in a society, what will keep people motivated? History has shown that major changes in the labor model often lead to serious social upheaval. Are we ready for such a future? Tesla Optimus may be the door to a new era, but the most important question remains: where will it take humanity? There are two possible scenarios. A free and prosperous world, robots work, people benefit, universal basic income, UBI, is applied. Society operates on a new model. There is no more poverty. People are free to pursue their passions. A world full of instability, large corporations control robots and the economy. The gap between rich and poor becomes more severe than ever. Billions of people lose their jobs, have no income, leading to instability, social conflict, and possibly uprisings. When we look at science fiction movies, we often fear that robots will rebel against humans. But the more worrying reality is that they don't need to rebel, they just need to replace us. Quietly, efficiently, and irreversibly, we may be entering an unprecedented era in human history, where labor is no longer a condition of survival. Where humans must redefine their own value in a world where machines can do everything. We are at a crossroads in history. The future we will live in is no longer a question of technology. Robots like Optimus are certain to become a reality. What matters is how society will cope with this change. If technology is properly regulated, we could enter an era of unprecedented prosperity, where people are no longer tied to work but are free to pursue their passions. But if this power is held by just a few large corporations, society could fall into greater inequality than ever before. The most important thing now is not to worry about, will robots replace us, because they will. The question is, what will we do to ensure that this technology is used in ways that benefit everyone? rather than just the powerful few? We are living at a defining moment in history. What happens in the next 5 to 10 years will shape the world we will live in for centuries to come. Will we live in a technological paradise or a dystopian nightmare? The answer depends on the decisions the world makes today.